All right, hi guys. I'm going to show you how to do some CPI calculations. Okay. These are my examples, and what you should do is probably watch me do a couple, pause the video, you do a couple on your worksheet. All right. Once you watch me do the CPI, pause the video, complete the CPI on your worksheet. Then go back to the video, watch me calculate inflation rate, and then you calculate inflation rate. And before you know it, you'll be an expert. All right. Now, as you guys have seen, what goes into the market basket that's included in the CPI is very, very diverse and very complex and very well thought out by a lot of people. But we're going to just simplify everything. We're going to say, the cost of the basket, and we're using easy numbers just so you get an idea of how CPI is calculated. All right. So you need to know what the base year is, because the CPI is a measure of how much prices are increasing, and you have to have some basis or base year to compare it to. So for this set of numbers, we're going to call 2000 the base year. And when you have the base year, the CPI is going to be 100. All right, your formula is right here. It's the price of the market basket in your year divided by the price of the market basket in the base year times 100. So the price of the market basket in 2000 is 50. It's also the base year, so the base year is 50 again, times 100, and that's 1 times 100. The CPI is 100. All right, let's do a year before 2000, then we'll do the years after 2000. So in 1999, the price of the basket of goods was less than it was in 2000, which makes sense. Prices usually go up from year to year. So the cost of the basket in the year 1999 was 40. Divide by that by the cost in the base year, multiply by 100, and that's going to give you 80. All right, you're going to want to have a calculator on hand for these. All right, in fact, let me get my calculator ready to go. All right, so 2001, the cost of the basket is $55. Divide that by the cost in the base year, multiply by 100. That's going to give you 110. All right, 60 divided by 50 times 100. Some of you guys won't need a calculator for some of these numbers. 120. All right. If you have a good calculator, you can put this all in one step. 60 divided by 50 times 100. All right. 75 is the cost of the basket of goods in 2003. We divide that by the cost in the base year and multiply by 100. That's going to be 150. Should put an equals there. All right. 2004. The cost of the basket of goods is 100. Divide that by the cost in the base year. 100 divided by 50 is 2. 2 times 100 is 200. All right. 2005, the cost of the basket of goods is up to $200. The base year, it was only $50. 200 divided by 50 is 4. 4 times 100 is 400. All right. And the units are not dollars in CPI. But what we can say is that in 2001, the goods considered important to the average consumer cost 10% more than they did in 2000. And in 2002, you see this 120, the goods cost 20% more than they did in the year 2000. All right, and in the year 2003, they cost 50% more than in 2000. And in 2004, they were 100% more. In 2005, they were 300% more. That's the way to interpret that. And in 1999, the price of goods were 20% less than they were in 2000. All right. Now, the inflation rate. All right. Your formula here is the difference. So there's no base year for inflation rate. It's just comparing to the previous year. All right. So we don't have the previous year's information for 1999. So we're going to say not applicable. All right, but now we're comparing how much did prices go up from 1999 to 2000. All right, so we're going to subtract the difference in prices is 20. All right, I'm not going to write out the whole formula here because it's going to look a little too complicated. I'm not sure we have room. But from 80 to 100, prices went. The CPI went up by 20. So it's 20 divided by. Now it's the CPI in year one. All right. So 80 times 100. Okay. In fact, you know what? Maybe on this first one, I'll write out the whole formula just so you see it. So it's 100 minus 80 divided by the 80 equals 20 divided by 80 times 100. And 20 divided by 80 is 0.25. And 0.25 times 100 is 25. Okay, let's do this again. So for 2001, compared to the year before it, the CPI went up 10 points. So it's 10 divided by the earlier number, 100, times 100. 10 divided by 100 is 0.10. 0.10 times 100 is 10. Okay? We'll talk about how to interpret these numbers in a minute. All right, from 2001 to 2002, the CPI went up 10 points, but now we're comparing it to the 2001 number. All right, and 10 divided by 110 is 0.09 roughly, and 0.09 times 100 is 9. All right, now from 2002 to 2003, the CPI jumped up 30 points. 30 is going to get compared to which one? The earlier one, 120. And then we're going to multiply that by 100. So 30 divided by 120, that's 0.25. 0.25 times 100 is 25. All right, from 2003 to 2004, the CPI jumped up 50 points. We're going to compare that to what? We're going to compare it to the CPI we started off with, because we're comparing years here from 2003 to 2004. So we started in 2003. We compare it to the 150. That's 50 divided by 150 is 0.3333 repeating. We'll call it 0.33. Multiply that by 100 and 33. All right, and then the last one. The CPI jumped up 200 points. All right, and we compare that to the 200 that we started off with in 2004. Multiply by 100. 200 divided by 200 is 1. 1 times 100 is 100. All right, so let's compare. How do we read these numbers? When I look at the CPI, all right, when I look at what's going on from 2003, let me get my little pointer here, from 2003 to 2004, I can't say that prices went up 50%. All right, what I can say is in 2003, prices are 50% higher than they were in the base year. All right, and 2004, prices are 100% higher than they were in the base year. 2002, prices were 20% higher than they were in the base year. Here's how you read these numbers. In 2000, prices were 25% higher than they were in 1999. In 2001, prices were 10% higher than they were in 2000. In 2002, prices were 9% higher than they were in 2001. In 2003, prices were 25% higher than they were the year before. 33% higher than the year before. 100% higher than the year before. So the inflation rate tells you how much higher prices are than the year before. The CPI is basically telling you how much prices have gone up since the base year. what percent higher than the base year the prices are. All right, so prices did not go up 10% from 2001 to 2002. They went up 9%. All right, this 10 and this 20 is just relative to 2000. Prices are 10% more than they were in 2000, 20% more than they were in 2000. All right, I hope this has been clear. I'm going to stay on Zoom. If you need help with this, get back on Zoom and I'll help you through your own set of calculations. All right, but good luck with this. And if you understand this, you understand the math of this chapter. I'm just trying to figure out how to close this. That's it.